success strategy. Today we will be talking about client retention and client success strategies. So what informed today's episode of the PaulFoh podcast? And two things informed the episode. The first thing that informed the episode was there was somebody on TikTok that I really liked the person's content, and I clicked on the link in the bio. I bought one of their products, and it is over a month now. I paid for the product to join some sort of community kind of thing, and it is over a month now, and they've not done anything about it. They have my money, they've not messaged me, they've not done anything about it. The second reason that inspired this episode of the PaulFoh podcast, which is on client retention and onboarding, is I paid for a product as well on Twitter. I think it's $56 a month. It was a subscription product. I don't like calling the people's names. And I didn't get any email. I got an email once, but it wasn't clear. You don't know when we're starting the program. We don't know what it's about. The onboarding was terrible. The onboarding was very, very bad. The retention strategy was very, very bad. So it got me thinking that a lot of times as business people, we expend a lot of our energy on the acquisition of a customer. We are very, very good at acquiring a customer. We spend time in the acquisition of the customer. We use a lot of our energy to acquire our customers. However, when we have gotten the customer, when we've gotten the attention of the customer, when the customer has considered us in the consideration stage, and when the customer has paid for the product and the service, a lot of times, most business people, especially small business, they don't have the energy again on the delivery of the products. Those of you who listen to this right now on Instagram, if you believe what I just said, type yes or give me some emojis in it. That what you are saying is true. It is the truth. I've been a victim of that before. I have made that mistake myself before. And it really, really got me thinking that, we can resolve that. It doesn't have to be. Delivery of the experience is usually a big, big problem. Because they've used all of their energy. I'm getting a lot of people telling me yes. They've used all of their energy and all of their power to do the, some sort of acquisition. So they don't have any power anymore, to now do the delivery. And that is costing a lot of things. That can cost you a lot of things. So we want to look at how we can contribute our own understanding so that you don't have that as a challenge anymore in your own business. I'm opening my notes here. My notes are here. So let's start. First of all, let us look at the benefits of Pastor Tobore David. Oh my God. Man of God, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I like what someone said, that the same energy should be entertained all through the sales funnel or the sales process. That is in theory, that's how it should be. But in practice, it is not always like that. When they have gotten the clients, a lot of times, and the money is in the bank, that finally got the money now, people don't push anymore to ensure that they give the client a great experience. I mean, look at Amazon. Amazon is $1 trillion business. I've read a lot about Jeff Bezos. I've listened to a lot of podcasts about Jeff Bezos. I buy stuff a lot from Amazon, a lot. If you buy a product from Amazon, instantly you get an email that your product is on the way. If you buy a product from Amazon, instantly they'll tell you where your product is. They'll tell you the step where it is. That is powerful delivery experience. You do get that? In fact, they have a metric on Amazon that states that if a client calls you after they've bought a product, that means that there's something wrong. That they want to reduce the fact that clients will ever need to call you because they're working on delivery so well. So let's look at some of the benefits of successful onboarding to your business. Number one is that when you onboard the customer very, very well, if the onboarding is successful, of course the customer will be happy. They will be satisfied with you. You know, the metric will be high. It will be great customer service, and they'll tell other people, you know, about you. So the upside is higher than the downside. The upside of successful client delivery is unlimited. The upside is unlimited. All right. So now that's one. Number two is that when there's successful client delivery, there is reduced churn. Now, we know that churn happens in businesses, no matter the enterprise that you run. Whether you run a non-profit as a church, whether you run a business, you will have churn. I mean, I'm in the subscription space. Some people will just don't want to renew their subscription, or they don't want to come back to you as a business. Churn is a part of business. Did you get that? And there are various reasons for customer churning, right? Good. However, when people churn because of a lack of delivery in the experience, that is when there is a problem. That means that they are not churning because they just want to churn. They are churning because they did not enjoy the delivery experience. Now, I've got to say this to you. Delivering the experience is not easy. But I want you to put as much energy in the acquisition as it is in the delivery. Because, you know, there is a customer journey. And the customer journey starts with attention. You know, you get someone's attention first. The next step in the customer journey is consideration, where they will now consider using your product and your service. After consideration, they will make a purchase. Now, here's the thing. After purchase, there's retention. Now, between purchase and retention, there is delivery. When they made the purchase, you will have to deliver or onboard the client. Now, where a lot of businesses miss it is that once the purchase has been made, once the money is in the bank, once the money is in their hand, they now begin to lack the impetus and the energy to deliver onboarding. And guess what? It is in the delivery, it is in the onboarding that you can even upsell the customer. They can buy more from you. They can tell people about your product. They can tell more people about your service. So we're going to look at briefly now, very soon, on the tools that you can use for your onboarding. Did you get that? All right. The third benefit of successful onboarding, all right, and delivery. Now, remember, I'm saying this out of an experience that I have had with two creators. I bought products from them, but the delivery was not good at all. At all, all right? And there's no apologies, there's no explanation as to why the delivery was bad. You know, so that is that, all right? Next is when your delivery, when your experience is good, you will now have a lot of referrals. They will write a review for you. Now, you need to realize something. We live in what they call the review economy. The more reviews you get, the more sales you will make. You see, I closed a bank recently to do sales training for a bank. Now, the reason why this bank gave me the sales training was because I played to them a review from a satisfied customer of another bank that I had done sales training, training for. All right. So when the delivery was good, I transported a satisfied delivery of a past experience to a new experience so I can close that client. And I can tell you for free, what closed this client that I just finished doing sales training for was because of a review from a past delivery experience or onboarding experience that I had given to a prior client. If you can hear me, say yes, I can hear you. Are you learning something on tonight? Good. All right. The next benefit of successful onboarding and is revenue growth. Of course, if you know that if you onboard the clients properly, the clients will come back again and renew their payment, or they will buy at another time. And with that, your revenue will just go up. And if you have a subscription model like I have, they will keep renewing their subscription. Even if a few of them are churning out, even if a few of them do not renew their subscription, but a huge chunk of them will be. I'll give you an example from my own business. I've run a WhatsApp community for 3 years. I believe in community and subscription business. My WhatsApp community, people pay 60,000 naira a year. That's 60 pounds a year, or 15,000 naira a quarter. That's 15 pounds, or 5,000 naira a month. That's 5 pounds monthly. I have been running my WhatsApp group from 2020 during the pandemic. From 2020 up until now, 2020 to 2023. That's how many years? That is 3 years. All right, good. I've been running my WhatsApp group for 3 years. Good. Now, I can tell you that a few people have left. Some people have left the group. They evolved. And some of them have left and then they came back. But the group is still going on. If it wasn't successful, if I wasn't doing the delivery well, nobody will be in the group. I drop a message Monday to Friday every day. I've done that for 3 years in my WhatsApp group. Every single day. Why? Because of the delivery. So the churn rate is not very, very high. I'm talking about this from experience. If you make your onboarding good, if you make your delivery good, your churn will reduce significantly. Did you get that? It will reduce significantly. All right. So let's get into the tools that you can use for onboarding and successful client delivery. Are you learning something on tonight? For those of you watching this on YouTube, this episode of the PaulFoh podcast was powered by Veritasi Homes. Veritasi is one of the fastest growing real estate development companies in Africa and in Nigeria. So click on the link on the show notes and check out the properties that they have got. They are fantastic at what they do. This episode of the PaulFoh podcast is also powered by VFD Bank, VPay. VPay is one of the fastest growing fintech banks in Nigeria. You can open a VPay account right now for your business with the link underneath the show notes. One good benefit of VPay is that they have multiple cash points. That means that if a customer makes a transfer in your business, your staff can confirm the payment even if you're not around, and yet your staff will not see the balance of your business. All right, so let's get into the tools that we can use for successful onboarding. All right, so you need certain tools for successful onboarding. All right, also, if you want to join my paid WhatsApp group, I've talked about it today. You can click on the link in my Instagram bio to join my paid WhatsApp group. Again, it's 5,000 a month to be in my WhatsApp group, or 15,000 a quarter to be in the WhatsApp group. So click on the link on the bio. If you're listening to this on the podcast or YouTube, the link is going to be in the show notes. Good. So let's look at some tools that you can use for successful onboarding of clients. The first, there are many tools, because sometimes people don't onboard their clients successfully, not because they are bad people. They are not bad people. They just don't even have the tools for successful onboarding. They don't have the tools. I give an example again using my business that I've run for 3 years, my paid WhatsApp group. So before I started using Groupify, which I use, or even Paystack, when people pay to join my WhatsApp group, I used to add them to the WhatsApp group, organically with my own hand. It was difficult. But with Paystack, right, there's a button on Paystack called redirect. So when people pay, it redirects them straight into the WhatsApp group. So I don't need to know. Once they click the link, they pay, boom, it takes them straight to the WhatsApp group. After Paystack, I stepped up again. I started using Groupify. In fact, I am an advisor to Groupify. Groupify is a technology company. With Groupify, if you have not renewed your subscription, they will remind you, and the technology takes you out of the WhatsApp group instantly. So I've automated that process. So the onboarding experience is good now. So even you will get all the past classes, on the past classes, you will get a free copy of my book if you join the community. All of those things, that is part of onboarding, but it has been automated using technology. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Those of you who listen to this, are you getting this? So automate your onboarding so that you are not there to do it. So you may want to break down the onboarding process. So when somebody buys my product, what are the steps it takes for them to start using it? When somebody buys the product, what are the steps for them to take to start using it? And then you say to yourself, which of these steps can I automate? You see, I started using Groupify. With Groupify, I have automated the steps to join my paid WhatsApp group. So I'm not logically there to do the onboarding myself. So because of that, the churn rate has reduced significantly. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here tonight? All right, so that has reduced significantly. All right. You can also use tools like CRM tools, like customer relationship management tools. There are plenty of them. You can use Notion. Notion is very good. You can use HubSpot. HubSpot is very good. You can the tons of tools out there that you can use for your onboarding of your clients, because it's a problem. If you can onboard faster, if your onboarding experience is better than the competition, they may want to say it's seamless. Someone says seamlessness. Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. If the onboarding experience is seamless. Now, before we continue, let's listen to another message from our sponsors of the PaulFoh podcast. Let's go. All right. Yeah. So onboarding experience makes it a lot easier. Another tool that you can use, you can even use email. You can use MailChimp. I use Substack as onboarding. So you can have like a sequence of onboarding. For example, now I'm doing a 3-day sales school which starts on the 28th, 28th, 29th, 30th. So I've told my secretary she'll send everybody an email that is coming for the sales school. They are all the course materials. That is an onboarding experience. When you make the onboarding experience palatable for the client using technology, don't try to use analog to onboard the client. That is where you have a problem. If you can automate the onboarding, it makes your life easy. As I'm speaking to you right now, people are paid to be in my WhatsApp group. I am not there. The technology just onboards them automatically. They don't need to call me to say, I am now in your WhatsApp group. No, there is a technology that automatically onboards them. And because they enjoy the onboarding experience, it's not a guarantee, but most of them still stay. That's why I've been able to run my WhatsApp subscription business for 3 years profitably. I need to add that my WhatsApp group has been very successful and profitable because of the onboarding experience and the retention experience. Of course, the product is good, but when the onboarding experience is also good. I've even paid a guy from India. The guy is in my WhatsApp group, but many members of my WhatsApp group don't even know. The guy uses specific technology, and he summarizes everything that happens in my WhatsApp group from Monday to Friday, and I send the summary to members of my WhatsApp group, and they're excited about that. That is another way of onboarding the experience. I hope this was useful to you, those of you watching this on YouTube. Please smash the subscribe button if this has been useful to you, and if you're listening to this on Spotify, please click the subscribe button. The more people that subscribe to the PaulFoh podcast, the more we can bring good guests. Write a review, write a comment, and I'll talk to you guys next week for another episode. Instagrammers, just stay there, don't go away. So thank you, my YouTubers. Thank you, my podcasters.